In this video, we're going to find out how to figure out the square root of any numbers. Okay, so let's say, for instance, you are given 441 to figure out or to find out the square root. Remember, this is the sign for square root. Okay, so but we're not going to bother ourselves about the sign now. All right, so if you are asked to find the square root of 441, I guess you've already used the calculator, or you already know that memorize such a number. The answer is plus or minus 21. I guess you get that. If you get that, good. Okay, but we're not going to concern ourselves with the plus or minus sign. Why? Because the minus 21 times minus 21 is still going to give us a positive sign of 441. So either it is plus or minus, it doesn't matter when it comes to square root. Okay, so we're not going to bother ourselves with the plus or negative sign in this video. Okay, so good. So what if you want to find out how to figure out the square root of 441 without using the calculator or trying to memorize it? We're going to learn that right now, how to figure out mentally and very fast the square root of any number at all you are given, maybe 3-digit number or 4-digit number. Okay, all right, so let's start with 441. Finding the square root of 441, I need to also believe that you understand or already know the squares of less than 10, that is from 1 square to 9 square. You are already familiar with these squares. Okay, so because we're going to need that now. All right, so let's start. The first step is this: you look at the number you are given, you look at the unit digit. This is a 3-digit number, so you look at the unit digit, which is 1. Then you come to the square, you look at any number that has a digit that is similar or that is equal to 1. Okay, so we have 1, and if you look below, we also have 9. All right, so this means that our answer is going to end up with the unit 1 or 9. But how do we determine that? That is exactly what we are going to find out in the next step. Okay, not in the next step, in the third step, but this is this for the second step. This is it. Okay, so the second step, you cross out 441. You cross it out. Okay, that is the 2 digits on the right hand side. You cross it out, then you are left with the first digit. Then with the first digit, you go over to the square, you look for a number that is exactly 4. We have exactly 4, which is 2, the square 2. Okay, so you have 2 written out. Then the next number after 2 is 3, so you multiply that with 2, and that gives us 6. Okay, so with this, we go to the next step. Okay, since 4 is less than 6, 4 is less than 6, we'll pick the lesser number between the two numbers that we're trying to contend, which one is going to be the one that is going to end up with the unit answer. Okay, so since 4 is less than 6, we pick 1. All right, so we have the square root of 441 as 21. Okay, let's quickly see another example. In case you're wondering what kind of magic is that, it's not a magic. You learn it. It's something that is very fast in using to find the square root of any numbers. Okay, so let's find out 196. Okay, so the first thing first, you look for the unit number. You come to the square. We have 4, and also have 6. Okay, you see the unit number 6466. Okay, so we look for the square immediately. All right, then you cross out the 2 digits on your right hand side, then we're left with 1. So you come over, you see exactly 1 square, so you write down 1. Then the next number after 1 is 2, so you multiply that with the 1, so you have 1 times 2, which is 2. Okay, so since 1 is less than 2, then we pick the lesser number 4. So the square root of 196 is 14. Okay, let's see another example. This time around, let's see a 4-digit number 1936. Okay, I hope you're getting it now. All right, so the first thing, you look for the unit digit 6, which we have here. So we are contending with 4 and 6 again. This time around, 4 raw 6, we're going to end up, the unit answer is going to end up with 4 raw 6. Okay, so now we cross out the 2 digits as usual. Okay, so we're left with 19. Then you check 19 on the square table, or what we've written out here. 19 is between 4 and 5. But if you look at 19 is more closer to 16 because it's just three figure further, while this one is 6 figures. So we go for 4. Okay, because 16 is closer to 19, so we have 4. Okay, then the next number after 4 is 5, so we multiply that by 4, which will give us 20. Okay, so 19 is less than 20, so we're gonna pick the lesser number 4. So the square root of 1936 is 44. Okay, let's see another example, and this will be the final example before I give you something to work on. Okay, now I can see that you're finding it so easy to find out the square root of any numbers. It's as easy as this. You don't need to cram anything. Okay, so if somebody give you find the square root of 2025, say, wow, I'm going to find this. Very easy. Just the same step, the same method that we've been using all this while. Okay, so for 5, you come to the squares, you can see 5, and I think that's the only number that has that, so we're going to end up with 5. So no doubt about that, we're not contending with any number. Okay, so now you cross out the 2 digits on the right. Always the 2 digits, you cross it out. If it is 3 digits, you see the 2 digits you're going to cross out. Okay, so you are left with 20. So then you come to the square again. 20 would be around between 4 and 5. 16 is closer to 20 more than 25. Okay, so we pick 4, so we end up with 45. This time around, we don't need to know which number is lesser or which number is not lesser. Okay, because since 5 is the only number, no other number is contending with it, so the square root of 2025 is 45. Okay, so you can use this to find the square root of, let me give you just some numbers, and at the same time you can go test, make sure you do or use this method for at least 10 questions on your own. Okay, just watch the video, replay the video, you get to understand it more when you try to practice it on your own. It's very easy. Okay, so find out the square root of these 4 numbers which I've written out, okay, through the method which we've gone through. All right.